not together. It's not supposed to be put together. It's supposed to be whatever the fuck it is. There is no, oh my God, welcome to Point of View. This is Point of View. This is POV. Like, we're here, you know, you're a host, Mega Johnson. No, it's not like that. We just go live whenever. Like, I'm going to be like, yo, we're going to go live for POV. And then before you know it, you're going to be like, are we live? And I'm like, yeah, we was live like 10 minutes ago. We've been live. You're like, what?
Like, oh shit, here we are. This is POV.
Exactly.
What's up, everybody?
This is DJ Nymphadora. Oh yeah, we are live. This is
DJ Nymphomaniac.
DJ Nymphadora. Nah, the one track though I do want to collaborate with her on, or see if I can. I might just do a cover of it of some sorts.
It'd be transy as fuck. Like, I love it.
I know.
I love her though too. She's so amazing.
I think it was this one. Why aren't my fingers in someone?
Oh my God, yo.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Nymphadora. Right.
Word.
Right. Yo. Nymphadora. Yo, I fucking love you.
Voiceovers 101. Gotcha.
Yo, yes. Yo,
this is super transy. Yeah, I got you. DJ Meg at your service. Pinkies up, bitches.
Yeah. Happy Halloween to everybody.
Yes, happy Halloween. Hope you got some candy. Some corn dogs for free.
Where's my candy? Did you get?
I got some.
Did you do trick or treating?
I did not. Tristan has been sick lately, so I let him sleep and chill out. And I handed out candy, but I thought that I'd have like some trick or treaters, but nobody wanted to come to my neighborhood and trick or treat, so I got all this candy left over.
I'm done.
Oh well, better off for me anyway.
Well, nah, save that shit for me. I'll come through and get it. Like
you said, I got them cavities, girl. Got you.
For real.
Point of View, baby.
Yeah, speaking of.
All right. You can do it. You have your freedom. I like this. I like this. Yes. Freedom. Freedom is in your mind. Only you can unlock it. Free your mind. All right. You can do it. You can do it. You know who
you can do it.
All right. You know what you can do it. Revolutionize.
Yo.
You can do it.
You can do it. Yo, you crack me up.
Every day. Let's do it. We're taking over. I just sent you another video that we should totally play on the air because it's gorgeous. Always support our local free agents for justice.
Yo, why did I just get an email from Chuck Schumer?
Oh God, I got a message from Fetterman that was like, "Do you want me to shave my head?"
I'm getting all of it, and it flags it saying like a little capital picture with a D next to it. That's how I know it's from them in my email, and it says, "You really stood out to me, John Tell." Why is that? Because I don't support your ass?
Right. Because I don't vote D or R. Fuck out my email. Check Messenger.
Getting my shit.
No, it's because it's strategic propaganda.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna talk about that here. Tune into Freedom for All and the Kurt Urban Conservative every day, Monday through Friday. No, we gotta share Soup's cover that he just did.
Oh yeah.
Because
You want
he's
to?
taking over the new circumstantial saint.
Oh yeah. It's
Competition.
I'm done.
Gotta have a battle on one of these shows, like just for fun, just for self-entertainment purposes for me.
Yo, within 5 days, my first album that I have uploaded and recorded and made myself will be up on Spotify. I just got the email.
Yes,
Finn Vale. Vale will
your
be up.
first self-produced album, baby.
Yes, it will. Well, I mixed it. I didn't produce it.
Oh, you mixed it.
That shout out to Taekwon Wright, Ty Wright.
Yes.
Who produced most of the album, which it is available on Bandcamp right now. You can go pay for it to support a brother. And you can get my whole and you can get my whole hold on. You can get my whole collection on Bandcamp. And I'm telling you, I got tons of stuff. My whole collection for only $78.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole circumstantial saint legacy as we know it up until this day.
Yo, you crack me up. But yeah. Shit. Well, yeah, that's what it looks like if you pay. But I'm trying to find, here it is. So that's the whole joint right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I found actually another I found a photo of you today that I thought you should use as an album cover. I think I sent it to you.
Let me check it out.
I want to put it on a t-shirt, I'm not even gonna lie, and just be like the John Tellism fan club.
Yeah, please go check out my Bandcamp and support. I really appreciate it. I got tons of gems on there, like this one, where it's like a bunch of demos and cuts of stuff, scraps of things, demos that I really, really liked, but obviously they weren't like, it wasn't stuff I could really put out like officially,
I'm just so honored to know you and like see this evolvement and growth in you, because you're like on fire. Like I feel hot like all the way from over here.
I'm done.
Like you're lit.
Got the remix EP. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to like push a bunch of stuff so that I have like I'm sitting on a lot right now mentally that I just want to put out. So like I'm just like, like I dropped this one, I Am, this one, Freedom, and Seeing Who the Circumstantial's finally out, and then Free. And
my favorite is Free. That's like my honestly favorite. I love everything you do. I be rocking out to all of it. But Free is my shit. Like I want that whole album for my show.
I like Free's my favorite too. It's my most personal. What I'm actually in the midst of doing is because this one's too many tracks already. It's like 15 tracks. So I'm gonna either make an extension of it or reconfigure it and break these into 2 different albums, because I already started working on more music. And this one I was gonna release for December 21st, but that's too far away.
Yeah, that is way too far, especially with you pushing out them like you pop, lock, and dropping it, baby.
Yo,
you popping it more than these Amish women popping out babies, honey.
Well, I want people to I just caught what you said. I'm done. I'm done. Yo, I want to play a couple of the songs off the album really quick while I'm here. Dope shit. What's up, Dora? Shout out to Dora.
Yes.
This one is called I Attract. I really like this one. You say you like. I like it. It's like Freedom at Night. So you know what I mean, like housey vibes. So that's my heart. That's where my soul sits in music, is house and club music. So this is I Attract.
More, baby.
Mother. I attract. I am. I am. I am. I am. I am. I am attractive. And I am. I attract. I attract. Causing a distraction. Blinding your eyes and flooding your reaction. I am free. I attract. Come to your knees. I attract. Put your mind at ease. Succeed. Mother. Succeed. 'Cause I attract. Don't react. I am. Don't hold back. I am the man. 'Cause I attract. And that's a fact. Dignity. Attract. I mother. I attract. I attract. Mother. Mother. Succeed. I attract. Cause I attract.
Constant movements are actions not questioned, but rather embraced through space-time, nonetheless framed in dark matter, boundless in shame, fearless in name, only you want to tame. Let your flow, let it go. Follow no, switch lanes, run, get your gun. Got a new battle to fun. Let your flow, let it go, let it go. It ain't over. History has the last laugh. Don't give a fuck about another. Fire, earth, water, air, abundance, fear, love, passion, and reluctance. Dark, light, yin, yang, duality. Fire, earth, water, air, reality. Constant movements of actions not questioned, but rather embraced through space, time, nonetheless framed in dark matter. Free your mind.
Liberate yourself. Liberate yourself. Liberate yourself. Free your mind.
You know exactly. You know exactly who you are.
Free your mind.
Liberate yourself.
Gotta free yourself. Go on. You gotta free yourself. Free your mind. Liberate yourself. Gotta free yourself. Go on. What you got? You can do it. Free yourself. Gotta free yourself. Go on. You got your bad self. Free your mind. You got this. Free your mind. You got this. Liberate yourself. When you feel, you know. Feel, tap in. Color becomes mundane. Words have a different meaning. Power is in vibration. Energy. Open your mind. Open your eye. Feel your mind. Taste your sight. Hear your vibe. Open your eye. Open your eye. Feel the vibes around you. Feel the vibes around you. Tap in. Tap in. Feel the earth. Feel the earth. Grounding. Astounding. Tap in. Open your eye. Others waiting. Open your eye. Mother is waiting. your eyes. Tap in. Open your eyes. Mother is waiting. Feel the earth. Mother is waiting. Open your eyes. Surrounding. Mother is waiting. Open your eyes. Tap in. Open your eyes. Tap in. Open your eyes. Tap in. Mother is waiting. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Yo, Dora.
Hello.
What's up?
Yes.
Where are they? Somewhere in this backpack's a pack of rolling papers, and I can't find it.
You better find that bitch and roll the fuck up. I was about to roll up too, actually. Yo,
Yeah,
real.
until I get home, but at least I can have a cigarette.
for real. I don't know how we gonna introduce the show. Everybody, if you can see on the title, it says pilot because this is point of view. There is no rhyme or rhythm to this show. It's just a bunch of people jumping on a chat and talking whatever they feel like talking about. Just like you see chat rooms that are private, this is a public chat room that we talk about private or public things, depending on whatever the fuck it is. But this is uncensored, raw talk. You may be bored, you may be uninterested. We don't care who watches or does not watch. This is just time for us to chit chat and shoot the shit about whatever. So I don't know what y'all was talking about, and I'm sorry I interrupted. I might have seemed really rude, but it's like whatever y'all talk about, we talk about here.
She was telling me to come talk in the group.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing.
Well, you know, for real, we were just talking about I pulled up your YouTube, and we were talking about your music and shit because definitely got a collab, and specifically, I like this song. Why aren't my fingers in someone?
Why aren't my fingers in someone's eye sockets? It's actually inspired by Borderlands 2's character Krieg from the DLC. If you let the idle, you know how if you go idle, eventually they start saying stuff? Well, eventually he has a really, really rare one that he just starts going through the entire spectrum of human emotion. And each emotion he switches and he just keeps saying, why aren't my fingers in someone's eye sockets over and over? I mean, he's a psycho, so it makes sense. But he goes through the full spectrum of emotion with it. It's kind of actually hilarious.
I went somewhere completely different with the title, so you could be somewhere completely else. So
yeah. But yeah, that's what that track was sitting there in the middle of the night playing Borderlands, and then he started spouting back. It just had me on the floor dying.
Yo, no.
So much I had to stop playing and make that track.
Dora, look at the comment. Soup jumped in and said, what? I came in at a weird time.
Yes, you did. It's always a weird time with me.
Oh, fucking God. That is true. If you just jump in and heard why aren't my fingers in someone, you'd be like, what?
Right.
But yeah, I think the whole conversation pisses people off. But it is what it is. Like, this is the time for us to talk about whatever. I know Matt was supposed to join the chat too. We were going to talk about Jeffrey Dahmer, all the little Jeffrey Dahmers running around.
Oh, I see what you mean. It cut off the last word.
Right. Yeah, it just says someone.
On YouTube,
So it's very misleading.
Come on, YouTube. You got one job. You can't even do that right. Oh well.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll let me fix it later.
It can. You can fix it anytime. Unless it was something. Oh yeah, you said maybe you can have to bleep that out.
I don't know.
The socket part. Yeah, no, that they might flag that as explicit. Did you originally put eye socket?
Yeah, that's the track name.
Yeah, so they probably took it out.
And it's actually part of the metadata. None of the tracks I uploaded did I actually directly title. it pulled it off the metadata and self-titled them, and I didn't notice that until you just mentioned it. So
That's
I got to go fix that. And I know it's not a character limit because I've seen some pretty long titles.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe you're right. Maybe they just censored it.
It's YouTube, so it makes sense.
That's why we're building our own websites. We're tired of their shenanigans.
Yeah, but like, there's so many people, and I'm not saying this to categorize, but like, there's a lot of lazy people that just don't care and are going to continue to use YouTube.
Yeah.
You know,
Trying to navigate home, and I keep running into small hordes of trick-or-treaters.
yo,
I guess it is the night, so
I've barely heard anything on my block. Oh yeah, happy Halloween, people.
happy Halloween, happy Samhain for those who celebrate it.
Yes. Meg, what the fuck you
And a
doing?
Merry Autumn Festival.
That's right.
I'm here.
Get them harvests going.
Yo, Soup. Soup creeping in the background. Don't want to join the chat.
Why ain't our soup in someone's live stream?
Right.
Nah, it's been
Why
a
is
fun
he
night.
afraid to get on the chat? He got to join. Jory, you got to tell the story that you told me a while ago because that shit was hilarious.
What story?
Okay,
That's our
so,
Halloween story of the evening.
so there's kind of an up in the air about who my dad is, right? My grandma's given me like multiple different names, this, that, and the other. But every once in a while she says things, and I remember what she says. And it clicked in my brain once. She's like, you know, you're part Hispanic, you're part El Salvadorian. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and I was like, wait a second. My mom and dad, like my birth mother and my grandma's husband, I should say, were best friends in high school. And about the time she would have been pregnant with me, he injured himself playing soccer and apparently just spent, because, you know how some hoods got that one house everyone hangs at, all the kids go to?
Right.
Yeah, that was my mom's house. So my mother tripped off to go have fun with her friends and left him hanging, just sitting there by himself. Well, when he turned 18, him and my grandma got married, and I finally figured it out. My grandma stole my mom's boyfriend
Oh
and married him. And then we've kind of kept it hush hush, who my dad is, all these other weird stories. I finally figured it out. And if you look at the pair of us side by side, you'd be like, yeah, I see it. But some Jerry Springer ass shit.
No, and I told her we were having a Jerry Springer ass show, and I was like, yes, bring it on the show.
Hold up. Just re-clarify that real quick.
My birth father married my grandmother.
Oh shit. I was about to say, where did music go? That was perfect timing. Wow. That was really cinematic.
The really bad part about it is she can't be honest about it. It's that weird little dark secret in the family. She keeps giving me these names of all these guys. Oh, it's this guy, it's that guy.
Ooh.
Hell, I looked one of them up. He don't even exist.
Be like, bitch, I'm grown. You could just fucking tell me.
Yeah.
It's not.
No,
the
and I think it's one of those now she's like in her 70s and it's just become that secret. Take it to her grave kind of thing. But she gave me little hints here and there. The trippy part though is like, I know he's my dad. I done checked. It broke Ancestry when I did, but I checked.
How do you feel about that?
I don't even know how to feel about that. I just kind of exist.
Well, I
Let
mean,
it
we
go.
all kind of exist. Like, I'm the product of a very unique situation myself, and it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying I'm the fucking messiah, but I believe I was brought here for a fucking reason. So I don't
think we all were.
Right. So like, it is what it is. Like, people were brought up in a lot of different circumstances that people might consider not so savory. But oh shit, we got Matt joining the chat. What up, Bromy? So now we just waiting on
I
Soup.
think next year, guys, I'm gonna dress up as Robin Hood because I feel like he's a good role model to be as somebody for Halloween. This motherfucker spurred the rich to help the poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what? You know what the real Robin Hood would be? Like a hacker, someone that can hack into banks and steal from the lobbyists and the rich.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I was gonna say my homie Dwayne.
Isn't that what like Anonymous is
Shout
though?
them out. Just put them on.
Okay,
and give them my Cash App.
Isn't that what
So-
Anonymous is though?
No,
Yeah.
not even remotely. And
They're
yet,
like
totally.
Catholic form of that.
So
Right.
a little back history on Anonymous. Everybody knows what 4chan is, right?
Of course.
That crazy, weird website that you don't go to.
Right.
Well,
What is it? I've
along
never heard of that before.
You never
4chan.
heard of 4chan?
You can find anything on 4chan.
It was like a website. 4chan. It was like a website that basically was like connected to the dark web, but people didn't realize it.
Well, no, not really. It was like having the dark web on the surface web without actually being connected to it.
Like,
Reddit, but minus the censorship.
there were people out there that killed people and actually posted pictures
Yeah.
of the dead bodies to 4chan.
There was all kinds of that's the low end of the freak spectrum of 4chan.
Oh.
Like Rule 34 comes from 4chan.
Yeah.
You know,
If it exists, if it exists on the internet, there is porn of it.
Rule 34B, if porn of it doesn't exist, someone in Japan in a basement is making it right now. And Rule 30C, because Rule 34 has no exceptions, there is one exception. Rosie O'Donnell.
You
That's
know
the
how I
official exception.
You know how I knew that Rule 34 was true as shit? Because I came across a Harry Potter porno one time when I was just randomly scrolling the internet one time, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Like that's just
Dude,
insane.
You can't log on to the internet without hitting a Harry Potter porno at this point.
What the
Oh,
heck?
porn?
Look,
I mean-
I'm not surprised because I've seen My Little Pony porn.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not get into
crazy.
bronies.
My Little
Not get
Pony
into that
porn,
weirdness.
Spider-Man porn. It's all over YouTube, and I'm like, oh
Let's
my god,
just
it's
say-
not safe.
Let's just say-
What?
And yesterday, did you hear about girl? Did you hear about Huggy
Like-
Wuggy?
Let's just say that 4chan is like one of the
Shit's
most
fuck.
effed up places on the internet to be, and leave it at that.
Without going to the dark web.
Yeah.
It's the last
Yeah, I need
step
to do a Google
before the
search.
dark web. But so long time ago on 4chan, you used to be able to, you could sign up and post comments, or you could just post a comment. At which point it would be a blank little emoji next to your head for your icon and the name Anonymous. Well, myself, Julian Assange, back when he was still hacking, a whole bunch of people, we formed a little group within 4chan and came to an agreement. We were just going to start posting anonymously, and at first it sounded like one person. Then that person started arguing with themselves, and that eventually became what is now known as Anonymous. The rules to become a member of Anonymous. There are none. There's no membership. Just exists.
I heard that they got massive attention in the beginning when they called out like men that were raping women at college. They counted that to like a T. And that's when I first heard of them.
It started getting big like that after almost a decade of it. Like we were just fucking around for the longest time, and then we started stumbling on stuff. And eventually that stumbling along found people who were killing people that were posting videos of them violating others. It kind of evolved from there into what we now know with the Guy Fawkes mask and all of that. as a major, like, is the source of a lot of leaks. In fact, WikiLeaks wouldn't exist if it wasn't for a few members of Anonymous who helped bring it into existence.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at who created WikiLeaks, that kind of helps you to understand exactly who all was actually involved with Anonymous back when it was just 8 of us.
Right.
You know?
Yo, Dora,
And like,
how old are you?
35.
I'm
Okay,
31.
you 2 years older. I'm 33. I'll be 34 in 2 months. But like, you talk as if like you're like a generation ahead.
When you observe, John Tell, when you observe the world through a lens that you don't actually make like assumptions on things, and you observe the entire world around you, it kind of builds your intellect.
Yeah.
It
And
does.
it doesn't hurt that, like, my grandma raised me, so, like, my brothers and sisters,
Same.
as it were, are actually my aunts. So, like, the youngest of them was 14 when I was born. And so everything I had was all hand-me-down stuff. That's water.
This is why
Just, like, hand-me-down stuff. So I got a lot of cultural backgrounding from
This is
previous
why I try to tell people. This is why I try to tell people: listen more than you speak.
yeah.
Because when you listen, you honestly learn way more than when you just speak without knowing what you're talking on.
Yeah, there was a old guy that I met long time ago. I wish I could remember his name, but he challenged me to this weird little thing. We were gonna sit down and each of us would tell our life story, right? And he started off. He gave me his, and he had a lot of really crazy experiences. And then I told him mine, and he stopped me about halfway through. I hadn't even gotten 10 years in, and he's like, "Wait a second. If even half of what you say is true of your experiences, I got a piece of advice for you. Don't ever let anybody play that 'I'm older than you' card. You should respect me, because it's not the number of years you spent on this world that create experiences.
Exactly.
It's the number of experiences you've had. And so far, kid, you got me beat hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
It's the
true.
life that you've
That's
lived.
true.
Exactly.
Age is
But-
not a measure. Age is not a measure of wisdom. Experience and how you perceive things around you is a measure of wisdom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though more than half the people.
So
that-
Matthew, what made you super mad about Halloween tonight? You were saying on the video chat.
I'm just thinking about different things from when I was a kid versus now. One of the things was that when I was a kid, it wouldn't matter like if you stepped out of your house with a costume on walking down the street. Even if people weren't home, they would leave signs outside their homes saying, "Here, like, please take one and leave a thing of candy now." What I noticed is living in the city I live in, the poor neighborhoods, like the hoods, are the ones that never have any trick-or-treaters, and the rich neighborhoods are the ones that get all the trick-or-treaters. And it really agitates me because it's like we can't even have fun as a community because people are so divided on income status that it has to be like this.
Mm.
Right, I agree.
Like, I've lived in my city for 10 years, a decade now, and I've never once seen trick-or-treaters on Halloween in my neighborhood, and I've always lived in like the poorer neighborhoods. So,
Truth on that, man.
Just to know that it kind of brings a conversation to this holiday that honestly should be like talked about, because it shows how big not only the racial divide is in our country, but the class divide.
I'll be right back. I gotta go grab my ball, guys.
And then the other half of why I was angry tonight is because well, there's two things actually. I went to work for a haunted house last night, and
Oh yeah, it was.
that was awesome, by the way. I had a lot of fun doing that. It's just when the guy who asked me for my identification to make sure that I was over 18 to work there asked me for it, I don't think he ever gave it back to me, and now I don't
Oh.
have it.
What?
Yeah,
When do you go back to work?
I don't. This is a seasonal job.
Motherfucker, you better go get your motherfucking ID.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm about to I hit people up I was working with last night that hooked me up with this job. I said, hey, the manager hired me on the spot last night for some actor work, and I never got my ID back. I never got a message back from that person.
Wow, yeah, you better check into that shit.
But the other half of the other thing I wanted to say was that
Oh yeah.
tonight being Halloween and people dressing up as Jeffrey Dahmer really got me fucking pissed off.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with people.
Know that Jeffrey Dahmer picked all of his victims if it wasn't by race, but it was by income status.
Yep.
So I mean, just to sit there and portray that dude on Halloween doesn't really look good.
It shows what they think about other people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you think that, like, I don't know, the upper class are better than everybody else in all essence of wearing that.
You know what's weird to me are the really poor people that like are so bootlicking the rich as if they're gonna do anything for them. You've been fed scraps your whole life, and if you keep acting like you're gonna continue to be fed scraps, what are they actually doing for you? For you to like worship?
All they're really doing is like the bare minimum, but oppressing the lower
every single time.
Yeah. Like, why would you want something that just does the bare minimum, doesn't do 100% to its potential?
Right.
I'm back.
So what'd y'all eat today?
Pizza.
Yo, me too. We had pizza.
I had to make sure I ordered pizza because I wanted to eat something special today for Halloween. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to order pizza.
I know that's right.
And then I had Domino's.
I had a couple nibbles off of one of our overcooked hot dogs at work today.
I had cold pizza last night while I was working.
I'm done.
I had a turkey sandwich with Doritos on top.
Nice.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I had ice cubes for dessert.
Yo, I'm done.
That's how you know you live poor. Just make a joke with somebody, be like, yo, we're so poor. We're so poor, we eat ice cubes for dessert.
Yo, for real. I've been there.
So poor I can't even pay attention.
Yo.
Ain't that the truth?
Yo,
like
Matt.
The anxiety of being poor every single day.
It's nothing like an ice cream sundae, eh?
Yeah.
Shit.
Ice cream sundae, yay.
Yes. You're speaking of yay. Where the fuck is my cut? I'm tired of ice cream sundaes.
I'm tired of hearing about Kanye. No offense.
No, right?
I'm
Like,
just
seriously.
fuck him. I don't want to talk. I really don't want to talk about him. I was just making a
I
joke.
just don't even like bringing his name up because every time it does,
I was so irritated when they decided that.
who you're talking to, it starts fights.
Right.
Like I had a whole document and everything.
not even because besides that point, all of us in this chat right now, I guarantee you 1,000% are on the same page when it comes to that whole situation.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love how we all sit here lighting up. Meg, where you at?
Personally, I wish some other rapper came out. I wish it was a different rapper that came out and basically made the points that Kanye did because it would look so much better than it does now.
Imagine if it was Common.
Dude, I would love that. I fucking
But
love
even
Kanye.
still, though, if it was Common, they would dog the fuck out of him. Or no one would listen.
Wait a minute. If it was Common, then people would say that he's a liberal and that he doesn't care as much as he says he does because as much as I love the guy, he supported the left.
Right.
He supported the left for the last 2 years.
He is.
And
They would find some way to gaslight and scapegoat his ass. Sadly to say, just because he's a black man. But the only reason I was trying to say is like he's someone that's still actively conscious, and he shows that he talks about it every day. You know, and people see that that's what he's known for. Versus Kanye, he's now known for being.
What if it was Talib Kweli?
Ugh. I think that again. I think no one would care because it's conscious black men talking truth. When conscious men talk truth, people tune out.
True.
Right. That's the problem.
What if it was Will Smith?
Say that again.
What if it was Will Smith?
Well, you saw how that went down. The world turned our back on it.
Yeah.
I got something for you. You want a deep dive, a conspiracy theory? I got something for you on exactly that specific event.
Hey, what if it was
I
Ice
watched
Cube?
it happen.
Now that's a good
Well, no,
idea.
check this out.
Good point.
I watched the whole thing with Will Smith, right? And it seemed really familiar to me. And I can't remember the name of the movie off the top of my head. But back in the 70s, there was a movie, right? That featured a scene where there's an award show and there's a comedian who's doing his piece while he's calling out the names. And he says something about one of their wives, one of the actors' wives. And the guy gets up and he comes up and slaps the piss out of him. And he's saying, "Leave my wife's name out of your fucking mouth." Exact quote.
Yep.
Exact quotes.
Get
Down
my
to-
wife's name
it happened-
fuck out your mouth.
That was so staged. Like the precision they did it. And I was like, I knew it. And they've been talking about wanting to get Will out of the community because, like Jim Carrey and a few others, he started saying shit he wasn't supposed to be saying.
Yep.
And they had to get rid of him. And that's how they did it. You know, it's like either do this or you're going to be, you know, you're going to kill yourself. And that's how it's going to work.
Yep.
And that's how Hollywood play. Like, people don't realize I was involved with Hollywood shit at one point in my life, and whew, dude, it was raw shit. I did not want to be involved with. As soon as I found out what was going on, I'm just like, yep, nope, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
I will bounce out, thank you. But like,
Hollywood's so fake.
that's the thing about Hollywood is it's more fake than people realize, but it's a lot more real than you ever care to admit.
Yeah, that's true.
And like all these people talking about, oh well, there's these secret organizations that they do all this really fucked up shit and everything. It's truth.
Yeah.
It is point blank.
Hollywood has a link to politicians too. Don't forget that. Has a big, deep fucking link to politics.
Well, I mean, yeah, how do you get people to back? You get a celebrity that they really like to say, I like this person. And there you go, 10,000 votes automatically.
It also has a big link to presidents too.
Like,
if you notice, there were a lot of
you could get Johnny Depp and Mark Ruffalo to say, let's vote for Bernie Sanders, we'd have Bernie Sanders in office, period.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. But you
Hey,
don't
guys,
get shit like that.
Right? I agree.
All comes down to the profit lines.
Man, this bitch looks happy about her bread.
She's
Oh,
making,
right.
Lunch.
she's making kitty litter.
Oh,
It's
That's
kitty
cat
litter
litter?
cake.
Watch.
It's a cake that looks like a litter box when it's done.
what the?
There it is.
Okay, I'm scared. I think I seen too much of it. I seen too much of the internet today.
Oh, that's an
I
excellent
want-
way to insult somebody, though.
Yes. I want to like have someone like walk in and me eating from it.
No,
And it was
someone would sit there watching that video for like, what, not even 40 seconds and be like, this looks yummy. And then you get
Right.
towards the end and they're like, what?
I want to do this
There's
so
some
bad.
crazy shit out there, man.
Like,
I think this woman has a secret life as a cat she doesn't want to tell us about.
Speaking of which, have y'all heard of that thing about the school putting litter boxes in their bathrooms for the kids?
No, you gotta be
Yeah,
kidding.
Chaz brought
kidding.
it not that long ago. I remember hearing
Yeah.
about that. And I was like,
I
what
heard
the
about
hell is this?
I looked into it, and sure enough, it was legit.
Well,
They
this
had
is what
had their
happens.
stuff.
This is what
for-
happens when you have people with big fucking mental illness becoming staff in schools. Like,
Yeah.
there should be some
no.
type of.
What happened is they ended up having something catastrophic happen. Like, I think the pipes froze or something and burst. And the school board didn't have any money, even though they should by the tax dollars. They were in a lower income region. They didn't have the money to get the plumbing repaired. So their solution was to literally set out cat litter boxes for the students
Oh.
for months.
That is fucking
Months.
disgusting.
And one of the parents found out about it and went, what the fuck? And they're like, can you fix the
All right,
plumbing? 'Cause we
so you know how I know that's a bunch of BS. Not the way you said it, but like from their response from it. You know how I know it's a bunch of BS? In Ireland, the poor communities out there don't even have the money for toilets. Do you know what they do? They cut holes in the floor and fucking use them to use the bathroom in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's some old school style too. That's how it used to be back in the medieval ages.
So, like, to say that because
Rob,
you
you
don't
want
have
it.
enough, to say you don't have enough funding and then put cat litter boxes in school bathrooms, yeah, that's something else.
But like, I started looking into it. The same school has no lunch program anymore, like paid or otherwise. You bring your lunch or you don't get shit. They're working off textbooks from the 80s, literally.
Kids
And
are
their
literally
teachers.
living in like terroristic environments in school. The way it's set up.
Oh yeah, no. Back during Occupy, there was a point where we actually had The Hague, which I don't know if many people know, but it's the International Civil Rights Court, came just for Occupy alone, came through and declared that was some third world shit. They come through again since the pandemic and looked, and I'll put it this way, we're getting clowned on by Somalia because our shit's so fucked up. How bad is that?
And we're supposed to be the mirror to the rest of the world. We're supposed to be the country that sets the example for all the other ones.
At least according to our press. Challenge any of you to get yourself a proxy from, particularly Peru is a really, really good one. Peru and Iceland are really good ones to use. Get a proxy and then start Googling the same stuff you get. Compare results, the US search versus the out-of-country search, and you will find a world of difference. Like, it's quite insane,
Okay.
actually.
Question. How expensive is it to rent a porta potty? It can't be that fucking expensive.
Oh, I can actually answer that one. At least I can answer it to a degree. Back in Occupy, we had to, and for a set of 10 porta potties and twice a week of service, it was costing us 40 grand.
Jesus.
Like 40 grand a week.
Like, they literally could have just stole fucking porta potties from like a construction site in the area and say, we need these because we obviously can't fucking make
That's
sure our
kind of
kids
how we
use the
started.
bathroom.
We started with some less than legal activities in order to ensure bathrooms for the hundreds of people that we had on a regular, plus whoever showed up for marches. And
It's
the
just
city is like,
mind-blowing
well,
to me.
put money down to get you these, and we never did. But if you think about it, $40,000 a week, right? And we
Yeah.
had those things for almost a year and a half before we finally couldn't afford to take care of them. How much is that coming in donations daily?
It's just mind blowing that they think that they can't afford bathrooms. To me, I mean, where the hell can you be anywhere in this country where you can't afford bathrooms? Like, there's literally bathrooms in every
Anywhere,
fucking area.
everywhere. That's
Literally.
kind of the problem. As someone who's done some traveling, if you ain't got money in your pocket, you're shitting on the sidewalk, and that's the reality. Like, that's what it is. You ain't gonna get a place to use the bathroom. One time, San Francisco is the McDonald's across from Golden Gate Park. I don't even know if it's still there anymore, but they sat there and they would not let me and my friends use the bathroom after we bought something. I looked at the lady and said, here's the deal. You're either going to buzz that door so we can go shit, or I'm going to drop trout right here on your counter. She didn't believe me. I hopped up on your counter and dropped a fat diuretic.
Oh my god!
Like, the store was closed. I warned her. I'm going to shit my britches, or you're going to let me shit, one way or the other.
I did that one time.
Oh my god!
I did that one time in City Hall where I fucking grew up. I told them, hey, you know, if you're not going to let me use the bathroom, then I will make sure that I cause a scene and take a dump somewhere where all of the public will see it. And I did do that.
That's the thing of it. It all comes down to how much gumption you have, whether or not you will get access to a bathroom where they say it's customers only or employee only. I guarantee you warn them, if you don't let me, I will right here, and then start unbuckling, they'll let you.
This is why when you get arrested and you're in a cruiser being brought to the police station, if you pee yourself, I forget what the law is, but I think they have to like release you and bring you to the hospital or something like that.
Depends on your state. And also keep in mind that's a good way to get yourself. Yeah, you'll get put in the ICU.
Yeah.
Like, they will mess you up first.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I forget what it is. Let me look that up. I know I heard that before. I just can't remember what the hell it was.
I can tell you one thing for certain, though. If you're in the state of California and you're thirsty, you go into any establishment. If they got a hose, it don't matter. You got a kitchen sink. It is a crime. It is literally constitute to attempted murder charge that you will get if you deny somebody water in the state of California.
Wow.
Because it's considered a high desert, and to do so is to attempt to murder somebody.
Right.
Like, thankfully, there's places with laws like that. Actually, a lot of California's laws are pretty cool for the traveling community nowadays.
All right, y'all, too. We about to wrap up because it's hitting an hour. I like to restream, but I just want to thank y'all for joining in with me. Chad, I don't know where the fuck Meg went, but I'm gonna hop off this thing. So anytime y'all want to get on and chat, let me know. Hit me up. I'll hop on, send y'all a link. We can do this again. This is a show we call Point of View. So we just come on and just rant. It could be about whatever. And it's random. All right. Love y'all.
I got one thing I want to say, and this is on behalf of Matt, because he did point it out earlier. Can y'all stop dressing up as fucking Dahmer?
Talk about
Do a little Google search first. Find out what the fuck he about. And then ask yourself, do I really want to get beat up by a bunch of pissed off black men who see me dressed like this?
Trust me.
All right, so let me say one more thing before I hop off, or before we all hop off, because I just think something and I want to point it out because it's crazy and funny at the same time. It says all I'm saying is it's legal to pee yourself in police cars if you get arrested, and say I have to pee, then they have to clean them and decommission the cars for 24 hours, possibly 48 hours due to the pandemic, and they only have a certain amount of cars.
Best believe I'm pissing myself. I might
do
even shit.
Do it every time. Do it every time.
I might as well shit myself too. Hell fucking yeah.
Just remember, when they tell you to pour it out, say, fuck you, I'm going to jail anyways, and chug that bitch. Hope they